For closed session, please.
Yes, President Jones. The board met in closed session pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 to discuss the industrial disability retirement matters relating to employee Christian Pebbles. No action was taken. The matter will be taken up in open session as agenda action item number 8.
All right, thank you, sir. And now we will move to action item number 8, resolution, industrial disability retirement, Captain Christian Pebbles. Chair will entertain a motion.
I move we adopt the resolution.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Please call the roll.
Director Gould.
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Newcomer.
Aye.
Scheidecker.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Jones.
Aye.
Directors Monk, Gorzali, and Clark absent. Motion passes.
All right, thank you very much. And we've had our presentation item under Community Risk Reduction Division topic. We've had that previously presented. Thank you again, Fire Marshal Iverson. Moving in President's Report. No, that would be the Executive Committee. All right, just that I'm looking forward to, I believe we have our graduation ceremony tomorrow afternoon. I'm looking forward to that. And moving on to the Fire Chief's report.
President Jones, Board of Directors, first I'd like to again extend our condolences to the Greason family on the passing of retired Fire Captain Mike Greason. Services, a celebration of life, will be held Sunday, July 15th at 1 p.m. at the Citrus Heights Community Center, located at 6300 Fountain Square Drive in Citrus Heights. And again, our thoughts and prayers go out to Captain Greason's family. This is kind of a special night for me, a sad one. This is going to be the last meeting that I will be present with Deputy Fire Chief Dwayne Aaron. Chief Aaron will be at the next board meeting, but I will not because I'll be on scheduled vacation. And Chief Aaron, as you can tell, is ready to retire because when we told him that he had 2 minutes to present his thing up there, he spent 22 to be exact. And but I got to tell you, there's been nobody better to help bring this district around than Chief Aaron, especially in the tough job of going into capital facilities. And if they call it the big dig in Boston, it was the big move here in regards to the Armstrong building and all the issues and challenges. And as a colleague, as a personal friend of mine, but more importantly as a true professional, I think when a lot of us are long gone, he'll be one of those people that they'll go back and say, help change Metro Fire and bring it into the organization that it has become. And, you know, we're all going to miss him. He's going to be one of those tough guys to replace. Unlike his replacement, Deputy Chief Cochran, Dwayne has a sense of humor on occasion. I'm just being facetious. But we are going to miss Dwayne. I wanted to wish him the best at a board meeting, and there'll be some stuff for him coming up, and we'll be dealing with that. But this is my last opportunity to say publicly to the citizens and the taxpayers of Sac Metro, thank you very much for a exceptional job well done.
Here, yeah.
On the 15th of June, I missed the Public Safety Policy meeting for the League of Cities because of other business that came up in regards to budget, but I was kept informed of that, and I will be attending the next one and the catch-up meeting. JPA Governing Council meeting on the 20th. I attended that for the training facility out there. And all seems to be moving well with the JPA. County Chiefs meeting went very, very well, introduced Chief Iverson, and things seem to be regressing well there. That was on the 21st. And then I had the opportunity to go and meet with some of the higher-ups in more of a social setting for a couple of days from CAL FIRE. That worked out very, very well for us. It's good interacting with them to get information from their executive management personnel, really to just find out what's going on. And there were some other fire chiefs from different parts of the country. And they're a very, very close cooperator and partner with us, CAL FIRE is. So I enjoyed that. On the 25th, we had the firefighter paramedic written examination. We had over 600 applicants invited to the written exam. 424 took the written exam, and I think my understanding is 236 will move on to the interview process. So that's already been a heavy lift for us. Fireworks Task Force press conference was held. We spoke at that. It was on the news about fireworks, and people need to be safe out there this year. Along that lines, you've probably been seeing the recent editorials and news stories about fireworks being sold between Christmas and New Year's. We are, as an agency, my professional opinion, in support of that. I briefed you on that before because it's so important to our nonprofits, and quite frankly, Safe and Sane doesn't cause us a lot of issues between December and January. Our big problems with illegal fireworks, Chief Iverson testified both before the Assembly and I think again yesterday or the day before, was down in front of an Assembly committee in regards to that legislation, and it continues to move forward. On the 26th, I had a Communications Center board meeting. I wasn't present at that, but things seem to be progressing. I also spoke in the evening, just a point of interest, at my and Larry Davis's alma mater, Solano Community College. They had their first Fire Academy graduating class in several years, but it was their 91st overall. And a point of interest is Larry Davis was in the very first graduating class in 1976 or 75, and I was right on his heels in like 1982. So they asked me to come and speak to the 27 graduates there because they said that I was the biggest thing to come out of there at this point, had made it the highest up. The real fact of the matter is they wanted me to realize that I was old. Met with the county Coast Guard regarding potential options on the United States Coast Guard and ARF yesterday with command staff. I would describe those discussions as tense, and I would say that I was not very happy with the delivery from the Coast Guard to the county of Sacramento and to us. We are going to work with them very hard to accommodate what they need. We value the Coast Guard as a partner in the Sacramento region, but they really put us at a very serious disadvantage and want us to make changes in like 3 weeks' notice, when we've been telling them we've been willing to talk to them for 6 months. It was a very tense situation. I'll be working very closely with the county. We will be coming up with an alternative service delivery plan and option to see what we can do, whether we can meet their needs. We think we can as a district, and it may be better for us, in fact. But that meeting was held yesterday, and we will keep the district informed on that. On the 28th, today, we had Cheryl Dell, the publisher, and Joyce Terhar, the executive editor and senior vice president from the Sacramento Bee in for 2 hours. We thoroughly enjoyed their visit. They came and sat with Deputy Chief Holbrook and Assistant Chief Walt White, who did a presentation for them, and the hazmat crews, and everybody came down and showed them what we do and the new organization that we think we are. Very positive people to deal with. I get to spend about 30, 40 minutes with them in the end. And we just really want to say to the SACB, thank you very much for giving us the opportunity and taking the time to come out and see our organization. We really value that. We think it was important. And as one of them said to us, it was long overdue. And I think Deputy Chief Holbrook and Walt White really need to be commended. They just did a tremendous job in that meeting about telling them who we are. Upcoming meetings tomorrow, 12/1 graduation. Was 13 recruits. It's now 12 as of today. That'll be at 4 p.m. at the Crest Theater. Hope to see everybody there. Sunday is the second annual charity baseball game. It's going to be at Rayleigh Field. It'll be the Sac area firefighters versus the Sac area law enforcement. For the Firefighters Burn Institute, it would be nice to letter this year on the firefighters in football, basketball, and if we could do a clean sweep in baseball. But I couldn't tell you how our team is or any of that. Hope to see everybody out there. It's right after the River Cats game, so you can go to the River Cats game for like $15 a ticket. It starts at 1 p.m. And the charity event starts about 4 p.m. So you get to go out and watch the River Cats play, and then the charity baseball game is after that. They're going to keep all the vendors open and stuff like that for the game. If you need tickets, please call 739-8525. For tickets, it's 739-8525. And please save the date for fire camp this year. Will be held July 10th through the 13th at Station 21. And we will be up to our maximum again of 80 kids participating. And Brenda Briggs is just, and Wenner have just done a tremendous amount of work on this and putting it on as they always do. Brenda and Jason just, they bend over backwards to make this thing go off without a hitch. And I want to thank all the personnel and sponsors for making this possible. If you have questions, please get a hold of Brenda and Jason, and they will answer those in regards to fire camp. On July 12th through July 29th, we have the Great California State Fair that's going on, and I believe the 28th. What's the date for the cooking? Does anybody know? Well, we'll get you the date for the competition, the firefighters' competition for cooking, because we will, with our very successful Iron Chef, be back out there competing, and losing is not an option. So. WebEx, next week I will have another round of communications with the entire department where I will be updating them on what you folks approved tonight about the budget and how we went about it and what the outlook looks like for the upcoming years and beyond. Reminder, our offices will be closed on Wednesday, July 4th in observance of the 4th of July. I would say that myself and a large group of the command staff are going to work actually out in the field that day. 4th of July is always an exciting day to be out there, and I didn't get to do it last year because I was on vacation, so we'll be out and about. And on my vacation days, which is the 7th through the 15th, Deputy Fire Chief Mark Wells will be assuming the responsibilities as the acting fire chief. New hires. June 18th, Matthew Moose as a mechanic was hired. Reinstatements, none to report. Retirements, none to report. Promotions, none to report. Recruitment, firefighter, paramedic, reported out already. Single role EMT and single role paramedic. Final filing date of June 29th by 5 p.m. and we're expecting over 1,000 applications for those 60 jobs. And I can tell you as an organization, we really are going to be looking at this region. We've been pretty open about that. That's what the program's about, is really reaching out and reaching into that region, into this region here to draw from. And with that, again, I just want to thank Dwayne again. And, the finance staff and the district staff, command staff, finance staff, all the departments that worked on the budget. It's nice for me to sit up here and have a little name on the budget or whatever it is. It is not me, it is them. And I can tell you that the finance division on one of the nights worked 36 hours straight. They never went to bed. 3 of them stayed up all night. I think they went home at 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And it's about the mission. And they are committed, and the command staff and the people of this organization just deserve the kudos for the work that they put in, because whether it's in the finance division or it's people in the fire prevention division coming in on their day off for no pay just to help out get statistics right, that's the type of stuff that's going on out there. It's not unnoticed by me as a fire chief, and what it really comes down to is the board. I want you to know that it's them, not it's them that really is getting this job done and turning this district around. And with that, I'd like to thank you for my comments tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Operations Chief?
Madam President, members of the board, Christopher Holbrook, Deputy Chief of Operations. In the 14 days since we were last together, the district has suffered 19 structure fires. In 2 of those individual structure fires, we had 3 firefighters injured, 2 of them with heat-related injuries and 1 with a head injury. I am happy to report that all have been treated and released. Relative to EMS, in the last 14 days. Metro Fire has been on 1,832 dispatches and transported at a rate of 71%. Our partner, AMR, has been on 594 dispatches within our jurisdiction and transported at a rate of 73%. I am very happy to report that Assistant Chief Walt White has assumed the duties of PIO for the district. He has taken that mantle from Assistant Chief Cockrum, who I have to say was probably one of the most progressive PIOs that this district has ever seen, relative to Twitter posts and Facebook. And I mean, Scott was in all fields all the time, up to and including one of his quotes at one time was, "I'm going to do it because they haven't told me that I can't." So credit to Scott for his incredible work in that field. And lastly, if you happen to be in the area this weekend, July the 1st on Sunday, we'll be conducting a training burn out at the Zinfandel training site, working on some wildland skills. So certainly feel free to come by if you would like to take a look at that. With that, that concludes my report. I will stay for any questions.
All right, thank you very much.
What time is the training burn?
Chief, do you know, Taylor?
Okay, thanks.
We'll certainly drop you an email, as the whole board an email on it. Thank you.
Holbrook. General Counsel's report.
No report.
All right. Metro Fire District Firefighters Local 522. Welcome to the podium.
Excuse me. Thank you. Good evening, Board of Directors, Chief Hickey, and command staff. Just real quick, I have here. Let's see here. It's October 6, 2012. That's the one we're referring to. I first would like to thank each of you tonight for giving Local 522 the ability to play an active role and have input in our current budget for 2011-2012 and the budget for this fiscal year of 2012-2013. Over the last year, we have worked extremely hard together, which has allowed our firefighters and Local 522 members to continue to have employment, job growth, wages, and benefits. I want to also thank, on behalf of 522 Metro Fire Finance Division, for their effort in keeping our local informed on upcoming changes and giving us access to the needed information that we have asked for along the way during this fiscal year. So thank you. As many fire departments throughout our nearby cities, regions, states, and nation have downsized and decreased their staffing levels that they had in place, Metro Fire, along with Local 522, has taken an active, aggressive approach, which is allowing us as a district and union to increase our staffing. And in the long run, will not only be beneficial to our union members, but to the communities that we serve in today. With that being said, there are many challenges ahead of us, and we know that we must continue to have good communication with you, the Board of Directors, Chief Hinkey, the command staff, in order to ensure that our members' wages, benefits, and working conditions will continue in the future. On behalf of Local 522, I'd like to thank each of you. Thank you. And if you have any questions, I'd like to answer those at this time.
Are there any questions for Tom?
Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Next up, we have committee and delegate reports. Executive committee met tonight and confirmed and passed for Deputy Chief Cockrum as well as Director Gary Monk to continue on the for the JPA communications delegates. Chief Aaron, do you have anything to report for the Communications Center JPA? Let's go. Come on. Please don't take 22 minutes.
I'll be brief, and I'd just like to let you know that
Yeah.
while I was
Oh,
up
God,
here,
kid, that's
my
a kiss
phone
of
was
death.
vibrating the whole time. I know my deputy chief counterparts were giving me jabs, shut up already. So anyway, we have ongoing negotiations with both bargaining groups that still have not settled, but we're going back and forth during negotiations. We just received word yesterday that the job announcement brochure and the entire packet for the center manager position is out. So the recruitment process has started for that position. The next meeting is a personnel meeting on July 10th and a full board meeting at the last Tuesday of July. And at the next board meeting, Charlotte will be presenting the board with a resolution. Is that what it'll be on, as a resolution, Charlotte, or just a motion to have Chief Cockrum replace me as the primary member?
I'll get these buttons right. What I'm going to do is just go ahead, as I typically do, is send a letter to the Com Center that informs, and I'll copy all parties concerned. And it goes on Com Center agenda.
And that's all I have to report. If you have any questions.
Thank you. All righty. Number 3, California Fire and Rescue Training JPA, Director Kelly.
The Fire Rescue Training JPA met last week, I think it was. No news to really report, and we will meet again. I'll report out when we plan to meet again, which looks like September 12th.
All right, thank you very much. Item number 4, Finance Committee. Care to sub there, Jack?
Thank you, Madam Chair. The Finance Committee did not meet this period, and we will meet at the next appointed, when is that?
July 12th.
12th, that's
5
when we'll meet
o'clock.
next. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Shadiger. Policy Committee, Director Rosali or stand-in? Apparently, the Policy Committee did not meet tonight, is that correct?
It was postponed.
Postponed. Excellent word. Thank you very much. All right, moving on to board member questions and comments. We'll start with Director Pearson.
Oh, all right. Well, first off, I wanted to commend staff, obviously, for a lot of work on this budget plan. And I don't want you to think that it goes unnoticed that when we say we're doing more with less, you really are. We know that you took a cut in pay. We know that you've given up pay, benefits, and we're asking more from you. And the surprising part is, I think, is that we're getting it. You're delivering more. You're doing more than we could ever ask. I mean, I would never have envisioned something like this the first meeting that I came to this district. So I think you guys have to be commended for that, and definitely let your staff know that it doesn't go unnoticed, their hard work. And 522, again, it's the same thing. We're asking, 7,700 calls, 2,000 more already. So, we could break, if you take that pace going, we could easily break 80,000 this year. Again, we've cut engine companies, we've cut staffing, and they're pushing through, and we've cut their pay too, and we're asking them to do more with less. And so I appreciate that. One, as a taxpayer and as a citizen, I appreciate that, knowing that if I call 911, I'm going to get a professional staffed engine company and an ambulance at my house taking care of my loved ones and family. So that doesn't go unnoticed. And then also as a board member, when I have people pressuring me, why are we spending the money that we do for fire protection, I'm able to show them just where that money's going. And this budget will really help when you lay out your goals and objectives and you lay out your successes. It makes it very easy for us to make a decision and be able to go back to our constituents and tell them. And it's an open process. People watching this, there's not a lot of people in the audience, but people watching this on TV, they'll be able to see. It's an open, honest process, and they'll be able to see where the emphasis of this fire department is, and that's customer service. So I just wanted to thank you again. Every time it seems like we're thanking you guys and telling you that you're doing a great job, but until you do otherwise, I guess we'll just keep thanking you. So I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
You're welcome. Director Shadiger?
Thank you, Madam Chair. A couple areas I'd like to comment on. First, to Chief Iverson and the other staff that work this community risk reduction program. I comment frequently about the importance of conducting this district in a good business manner. This is another excellent example of that. It's appropriate, once again, that we adjust our fees correctly. with good justification for our citizens so that we're not encumbering funds from other operations. As a great sideline to this, I love the business, we're also improving service to our community. So 2 for 2, nice work. I also want to comment on the budget. Couple areas. One, I spoke with Ms. McFarland the other day, and I had a couple of questions. She and her staff did an excellent job of addressing those questions, and I really appreciate it. As Director Gould said, I'd like to see us continue this. I loved the accomplishments and the goals portion of the presentation. Our citizens do watch this, I hope, and it's important for people to understand not just the numbers, not just the dollars being thrown out there, but that we are not only accomplishing a tremendous amount, but we have specific objectives that we're setting in spite of these tough budget times. So thank you all for a great job. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Director. Director Newcomer.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the chief and his command staffs for the support that they've given to the Firefighters Burn Institute and specifically the Burn Survivors Camp, which is currently going on. The support's great. We play a small role in supporting them with some transportation needs, and the district has stepped up again and assisted us there. I too would like to thank all the staff that's done the work on the budget. I'd also like to thank the employees out in the field that are handling these 77,000 plus calls for this year and the work that they've been doing. And that's about it. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Excellent. Director Gould.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First off, my condolences to the Greason family for their loss during this time. Second, I'm supportive of increased fireworks sales during the prescribed times when it is not a big risk to the department or the citizens. I think that's a critical thing that we need to be doing and take an aggressive stance there. Congratulations to all retiring staff, not just our deputy chief, but many people that, like him, have provided decades of institutional knowledge that really is irreplaceable. We'll try our best, but congratulations to them. Also, congratulations to everyone that's worked on this preliminary budget. Tonight we heard testimony from our chief financial officer that was very telling, and it was just a sentence where she said, the condition would be far worse if it weren't for the sacrifices, the labor sacrifices that everyone has made. And I think that needs to be reiterated. There are many cities right now that are lining up to read chapter 9 of whatever book of their future. And it's because of the men and women of this department in all ranks and in all areas and all departments that have stepped up and provided those concessions so a CFO can stand before this board and say, our situation would be perilous if it weren't for those concessions. We'd probably be looking at the same chapter. And so kudos to all of them. And then finally, there was another word used just here a few minutes ago that I think is telling of the philosophy of this agency in the present and in the future, and that was the word transparency. When you have someone come to this dais and thank people for being transparent, I think that's the essence of public government. When someone can stand here and say, your agency is doing a fabulous job of being transparent, we are winning that battle, because there are many public agencies in this region who don't get such kudos right now. Just read the Bee this morning. Congratulations to all of you. Again, I'm proud to be a member of this team. Madam Chair.
Thank you. Director Kelly?
I too am proud to be a member of this team, and seeing the reports that were provided to the board this evening is another fine example of the high-performing team that Sac Metro has in its executive office these days. And I think that it's the high performance that you individuals exude on a day-to-day basis that inspires others that work beneath you to perform well. Whether it be the battalion chiefs, whether it be the line personnel, engineers, firefighters, captains, or in your own department, the support staff that honestly probably make you folks look very good. It's just something that I truly appreciate, seeing the district working so well these days. It's certainly a treat, and it's one that I hope to see for years to come Thank you all again for the tremendous work you've done. And I think that it would be great to have at least some of this information available on our website. Certainly the brief synopsis of what each department, what each division is responsible for, what their accomplishments were in this fiscal year and what their goals for the following year may be. And I'm just, I'm sad for the directors that didn't get to see it tonight. Thanks.
Thank you, Director Kelly. I concur with each and every item that my fellow directors have said, and I won't take time to reiterate it. But thank you all for your very heartfelt comments. One additional one is I would again like to thank the City of Rancho Cordova for affording us this venue. And the final comment is that since I will add, on an ad hoc basis, I will yield my time to our retiring Deputy Chief. And with that comment, this meeting is adjourned.